Hi guys, so in today's video I am going to be looking at the Be Perfect Chroma collection. So we've got the foundation and the concealer. We're going to be doing a little wear test, see how they perform. We'll see how they perform, have a little wear test, and then I'll be with you for my final thoughts. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, give this video a like, subscribe if you can, really does help me out. Obviously my Instagram is where it all sort of happens first, like they are first to know, but over here I do like it to be a little bit more personal, I can chat with you guys. So yes, Instagram is the place to be. But I think that is enough shameless plug-in for one video, so let's have a look at the products. So first off, the packaging. Can we take a look at this please, because this feels bougie, like this feels luxe, and I'm here for that. So let's open up the foundation. Oh, this looks so nice, like oh my goodness. Like glass bottle, like big time glass bottle, heavy, feels expensive. And I'm pretty sure that this was $19.95. Like I did get 20% off because I used like a YouTuber code. Obviously I'm a Fleming, I'm in love with that. But like even this, the fact that it comes with like this little stand, like I am all for that. And this is all cardboard as well, so this can be recycled. What more could you possibly want? And then this is the concealer. Now this is plastic, which is fine. I don't need a glass concealer, okay? But yeah, again, really lovely. It feels, yeah, it just feels nice. It feels nice and it looks nice. So I'm already on board. You've got me there. So we've had a look at them. We've had a see at what the possibilities could be. So we'll go out now and try them. Hello. So apologies for the bit of the extravagant look going on. I'm just doing another video, and I thought, you know what better time to test. I'm so excited. I'm literally so excited. I've been wanting to try these as soon as I saw that they were coming out. So, because you know what, Be Perfect has a lot of absolute bangers, and this could be it. So I've moisturised. I haven't put any other primer on because I thought, you know what, we need to see what it's like without even primer. So my skin is nice and moisturised at least, because you know you need that. So I have got the shade N2, and the claims are matte foundation, weightless, full coverage with a matte finish. That's fine by me. Skin optimizing ingredients combined together with concentrated pigment, ensuring longevity and matte finish with hyaluronic acid and vitamin E. So hyaluronic acid, very excited about, because it should be nice and plump, and it should also try and keep me nice and hydrated. So sometimes with matte foundations you do get that little bit of like cakiness, especially with a full coverage one as well. But I'm hoping that with all the buzz around it, this should be pretty good. So let's go. So I'm just going to take some on the back of my hand. Ooh, looks like a good colour. So I've just taken 2 big pumps, and on the back of my hand I'm just going to give it a swirl about, just to try and get it up to body temperature. Does it smell? It has a smell. Why am I getting slight Play-Doh vibes? Right, okay, so yeah, thick. She thick. Yeah, so first off, first impressions, yep, it feels thick. Obviously, putting it on right now, it is like a thick layer, so might feel weightless once I've blended it through, but yeah, it does feel like a thick formula. 2 pumps are gone, so I am just gonna grab another one to finish coating my face. Oh, you can see slightly the difference. So I've put that bit on, and that is there from first off. So it does look to slightly oxidise, because you could see that clear colour difference just then. Okay, down my neck, just in case the shade isn't 100% and I need to blend my neck out. So let's go. Do my hairline first. Okay. Oh, it's blending in very, very nicely. Oh, it's sitting into the skin. Like, it's not like as if it's sat on top of the skin. It's almost like melding straight away. I'm gonna have to leave these little bits around my eyebrows and around my eyes. Just I'll have to grab them with a smaller brush. But yeah, oh, I really like that. My pores there look teeny tiny compared to usual. Let's go around here. It's not a bad shade, to be fair. Like shade matte, yeah. On camera, actually, it looks quite different. Just had a look then on screen and was like, actually, that does look fairly different. In real life, it's not too bad though. Sorry, just gonna scoot closer. I would say that yes, it is full coverage. However, like I thought, it was like a thick formula at first. Now that I'm patting it in, doesn't feel heavy on the skin whatsoever, like at all, in fact. Would we say it looks matte? Like, looking right now, like it's on, it's sat there for a bit. I've been patting for a while, it's not freshly on. Would you say, obviously I have the lights on me right now, so it's a bit different in real life, but I'm looking at myself in the mirror right now and I would say, yeah, it looks matte, but not really, really matte. It almost looks like semi-matte, not 100% matte at all. And I can see, like, on camera, it's not really giving me matte. And it does feel very, very lightweight, actually. So I'm just going to go around my brows. Would I say that it is the most full coverage foundation that I've ever used? Probably not, but I would definitely still class it as a full coverage. So now I'm actually going to have a go and see if it's buildable. So, because not all matte foundations are buildable. So a little bit more on the back of my hand, and I'm going to see just on my scarring here, see if this can be built up upon. So just by looking at that, like, I've added another thin layer, and building it up hasn't seemed to have caused any sort of issues with the foundation. Yeah, I must say, I really, really like the way that my skin is looking at the moment. It looks plump, it looks healthy, it definitely doesn't look matte. Like, I wouldn't say that this is matte whatsoever, but yeah, I really like the way that it's sat on my skin. It's almost got this sort of like pore blurring effect to it. Like, it's been sat for a while now, it's dried down as much as it's gonna dry down, but it still looks like healthy, opposed to those matte foundations where it doesn't. And I must say, it doesn't feel matte either. It doesn't feel like a matte foundation, you know, like sometimes with You can have a standard matte foundation and it will feel heavy and tight almost. This doesn't feel like that. In fact, this feels really nice. And I must say that the scent of Play-Doh is not that strong. I haven't actually noticed it now. So now we'll have a look at the concealer. So I got the shade C2. And again, this is a matte liquid concealer that creates a flawless complexion with a velvet finish. Okay, so this is it here. I must say, I really like the packaging. I do like it when a brand comes out and with some good packaging. Like that foundation packaging feels looks like so high end. When really, was it 20 quid? I think it was 19.95, was it? And then I also used like one of the discount codes, so I actually got 20% off as well. Who can complain? So again, nice doe foot, and we'll go in and see what this is like. So did this say full coverage? Didn't say full coverage. It said matte liquid that conceals to create a flawless complexion. Well, I'm sorry, right? If you're gonna say that you conceal to flawless, I'd like to think that you're full coverage. So I got a shade like slightly lighter because I wanted it as a brightening one, obviously. I don't think I use any sort of concealer as my actual shade other than my NARS soft matte, because anything that I'm concealing it's a blemish. So this feels nice and thin, lightweight. I don't know why I expected it to be thicker. I think maybe because like it's part of the Chroma collection, I expected it to be thick like the foundation. It's not. I'm gonna let it sit for just a little bit. So it's been sat for about a minute, and now I'm gonna go in and blend out. So because these are both Be Perfect, they're in the same collection, I would expect these products to work well together. So I'm looking to see if they've blended out nicely, which so far seems to. I don't know if you can see, but it's sat really, really nicely on my nose. And what was the claim? Velvety? Do I look velvety? To be fair, I would say that it has that like really nice sort of soft focus blurring finish. But what really counts is how it sits on these under eyes. And I'm gonna tell you now, yesterday I had a really, really bad flare up of like dry skin on my under eye, and I mean dry. Like I used my usual concealer and my under eye looked terrible. And it's only because like I used some facial oil, loads of moisturiser, an eye cream, the lot. And it's fine now. Like I woke up this morning and the issue was gone. But it's only because of that reason that they're actually okay now that I'm testing the concealer today. But that on my under eye looks absolutely stunning. Like, to say that my eye is dry at the moment, like it's not its usual self, like obviously it's healed from yesterday's fiasco, but that looks healthier than usual. My eye looks healthier than usual, that under eye. I must say that I don't think it's like the most full coverage concealer in the world, but that finish that it has given, to my under eyes, wow. I'm really, really impressed. I can't believe how hydrated my under eye looks. My under eye does not normally look like this, guys. So I'm just going to go back in with my foundation brush and make sure that everything is nice and blended together. As I say, I don't think it's the most full coverage, but because it gives your skin that, like, I am going to say, like, that healthy finish, I don't mind that it's not the most full coverage in the world. I don't really mind that. So I've just powdered with my Too Faced Born This Way powder, my usual, and look at those under eyes. Do they not look slightly more flawless than they usually do? I'm sorry, but I am so impressed. Like, genuinely, this does not normally happen. Like, my under eyes look so much healthier. They don't look dry. Like, considering the fiasco that we had yesterday with them, they don't look dry. They don't look half as wrinkly as they normally would. Yeah, I'm super impressed. So what I am going to do is do the rest of my makeup, see how everything else applies on top of that foundation, and then I will be back to you with my final thoughts. I might even do a wear test. Who knows? So guys, this is how the skin is looking. I have had no issues whatsoever with putting on any of my powders, my creams, anything like that. And again, this under eye looks incredible. I am like, I'm actually blown away by like the smoothing effect that concealer has had. Like, I know that the powder is good, but it's not done this before. It has not worked on my under eye like this before. And yeah, as you can see, you've got a really flawless looking base. Yes, it is matte. You can see that it's matte, but it's not entirely matte. I've powdered down, yes, so it is looking matte now, but it doesn't feel matte. It doesn't feel tight, heavy. It actually feels, it does feel very lightweight. I honestly am super impressed with how this has gone on. So what I am going to do is do a little bit of a wear test for you and just see how we get on. So guys, just a little check-in for you. I have just topped up my lipstick because obviously that all came off when I started eating my tea. But yes, this is how we are looking at the moment. Still flawless, still really nice. Nothing has even sunk into my smile lines yet. That could be because I'm a miserable bitch and I don't smile. But yeah, we've got a tiny bit of like settling into my wrinkles. Yeah, it's settling a little bit into my forehead there, but nothing to write home about. Like, every single foundation will do that. Like, that is just your skin, unfortunately. But my under eyes are still looking and feeling so flawless, so airbrushed. Totally impressed. I am, in fact, going to give this foundation a whirl at work as well, so I will actually leave below in the comments how it goes on throughout a week sort of thing. So far, after 4 hours on, I'm really impressed. So guys, time for the final thoughts. A little bit in love. Like, yes, I really like the foundation. It's got, what did it say? We had matte foundation. Yes, it is a matte foundation. I wouldn't necessarily class it completely as a matte foundation. Once I'd powdered, yes, it did look like a matte foundation, but guess what? A dewy foundation does that too when you powder it down all over. I feel like if I hadn't have powdered my whole face, like only the areas that I'd concealed, like with the concealer, I feel like that would have still been like sort of semi-matte finish. It still had a little bit of something there. It said weightless. I can confirm this does feel weightless. Like, it feels really comfortable. Like, my skin doesn't feel tight or anything like that. And yeah, it is one of the most weightless foundations I've tried. So tick. We've got full coverage, and yeah, I would say it's full coverage. Not only was it full coverage, it was also buildable coverage, which that we like, which means that if I'm not wanting full coverage, let's be real, I would never want that. Like, I would always want full coverage, but for somebody who didn't, you could add a little bit of moisturiser in there, and yeah, I'd like to think that that'd share it out a little bit. I don't see any issues why it wouldn't. Now, the concealer. I'm a little bit in love with this concealer. This could be one of my new favourite concealers because I just can't get over my under eye. I cannot get over how flawless my under eyes look. They don't even look like, I don't know, it seems to have like stopped the aging process. I don't understand. Normally I would have like more prominent sort of like creases in my eyes, just not because my makeup is creasing, but because like I actually just do have wrinkles, like, but it is not as bad as it normally is, and that is just a bit of a win for me. No, it's not the most full coverage concealer, but guess what? It didn't actually say that, really. That was not a claim. It said it would leave me looking flawless. Flawless complexion. I do feel flawless. I do feel, the texture of my skin feels flawless. This velvety finish, I don't know if it's the velvety finish that is making it like so airbrushed underneath my eyes, but it really, really is, and I'm loving it. It said it was matte, like, I wouldn't necessarily say it was matte, but I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at the fact that it's not 100% matte because it's still got that stain power as if it is matte. And same with the foundation. I feel like I've got that stain power. It doesn't feel like it on my skin, but because it is a matte foundation, that's sort of in my head, like, yeah, this will stay on. So guys, that is it for this video. I know. I feel like it's been an eventful one though, because I'm just so happy with how my makeup looks. Like, if you are in two minds of whether to buy this, I'm just going to put it out there. You definitely should. Please, please, please give it a go, because this is so totally worth it. But that is it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay well, the whole spiel. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.